Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the post-show live chat for Bachelor in Paradise. How's everyone doing tonight? It's me, Bachelor Fantake, here to talk about everything that went down in this latest episode. How's everyone doing tonight? Quite a lot to talk about. Yes, it's a Monday. We are doing a Bachelor in Paradise Monday stream because there's no episode tomorrow. No episode tomorrow. The election... American election is on tomorrow, so no episode. One episode of Paradise this week, and that's it. Before we get into the chat and everything, of course, got to go over the chat rules. Number one, please, no posting any spoilers. Of course, sleuthing is welcome. That's what we're going to be doing here tonight. A little bit of live sleuthing if we can. Number two, I'll try to respond to as many questions as I can, but super chats will get priority. And number three, most important of all, be kind to each other. So, yes, we saw a wild shakeup at the end there. Eliza not knowing where her rose was going to go and regretting her decision of Rodney and breaking up with the two of them, then going after Justin. That's the cliffhanger for the episode. We also had a up-in-the-air rose with Kate choosing between Logan, the guy she likes but can't afford a gym membership, or Hayden, the guy she absolutely hates, but he can drop six figures on his dying dog, who he's left twice now. And also, I see a couple of people also mentioning, we're back after a couple weeks off the live streams. I was in the hospital, I guess 2 weeks ago. I guess we'll talk about that as well, because there's I don't know. I don't want to talk about it too much, but if there's ever going to be a place to talk about it, it's going to be here, a little more casual, a little more personal, and this will be the place where if anyone wants to know what's up, we're going to go here. So as I said last time I came back from the not doing the streams, 2022 has been it's been the year of year of crap. Hold on, what's going on here? Whoop. Get that green screen back going. There we go. Production value. Oh no, the magic is ruined. Okay. 2022 has been a pretty crap year for me, but that's okay. I was back in the hospital with blood clots in my lungs. Not fun, but better than last time. So I was able to, it's much easier, much better recovery. I've got a treatment plan. That's all good. I know, and I want to say this because sometimes people in the comment sections, they make assumptions about, what was wrong with me, what caused it and all that stuff. It's genetic, everybody. It's just a genetic thing. It's all good. I'm on blood thinners now, and my dream of quitting YouTube and becoming an NFL quarterback, it's over. Sad, I know, but it's where we're at. All good. People have this. I know people who are in their 70s who've been on blood thinners their whole life from my age and everything, so it's all good. But just to point that out, we're good. We're back. Feeling a lot better. Feeling way better this time. But moving onward and upward, but I thought, this will be the place where people want to know what happened, what's up. This is it. I won't be mentioning it in the videos, but So back to the real pain, which was watching some of this episode, watching Rodney get heartbroken or blood clots in the lungs. I'll take the blood clots. And Maria Hernandez, thank you for the super chat. Really, really appreciate it. So glad to see you back here. We all missed you. This season is being too much production drama. Why is Shanae getting all the date cards? Like, does she really deserve them? WTF with Justin. Yeah, definitely, it's strange because there are some things, this season that are typical. We've seen people come back from eliminations before. It's not the first time someone has just come back from, being eliminated. We've seen, favoritism with some of the contestants. We've seen stuff like this before. I don't know, this round, it just seems a little extra. A little extra overproduced. Maybe it's that on top of so many relationships. People know each other outside the show, so they come in already having talked or having flirted or something like that. The suitcase Sally stuff, that as well. Just a little too much, production meddling. I don't know what other term to describe it as going on here. That's my feeling. Even though we've seen a few of these things happen before, so typical Paradise shenanigans, producer created drama and stuff like that. I don't know. And maybe it's also that some of the other major couples, it doesn't feel like they've been focused as much. I know we get a lot of Brandon and Serene, but they seem like background characters to some of the other drama couples, like Aaron and Genevieve. But, yeah. It's... I'll definitely be talking about that in more detail. I'm going to think about it more, talking about it more. I'm going to do a season review as well. We've still got a couple... We got this next week and a week after of Bachelor. It's two more weeks. What? 4 more episodes? 4 more episodes? And yeah. And, like with the Justin cliffhanger going on, there's a few other things happening with couples outside of the show. The AFR is going to be probably the most interesting part of the whole season, in my view. The AFR coming up. There's also one more thing that I was spoiled about because of a famous Bachelor alumni posted a TikTok that showed something spoiled for me. I won't talk about it. And if you know about it, don't mention it in the chat until later. We're going to talk about it towards the end of this stream. One of the couples currently on the show, something to do with that. Anyways, but yes, this episode mainly focused on the rose ceremony and a lot of Kate drama, and then the Rodney and Eliza drama. We also saw a Michael and Danielle date with Wells, and we saw, I guess, the information we talked about before, the wedding, Wells's wedding, which we know Danielle went to. That was mentioned there too. But only a couple more episodes left, and we saw a promo. I'm trying to get some of the footage of it here, but my thing is acting up. Let me see if it's working here. But there's not much more left from the previews. Let me see if this is gonna work. I tried to record some of it, but my this thing is being really finicky. But we can go through most of it from the preview footage anyways. There's this big sort of... I talked about this 2 weeks ago when I was doing the live stream. A prom 2.0 sort of thing going on. Yeah, this thing's not working. Last season, they ended Paradise on a sort of prom. And I think maybe they're doing that again. We can see some of the guys here. Definitely, there's Logan on the other side there behind Tyler. Aaron, Andrew, Brandon, Michael, one of the twins. I think there are, on the other end, there's 9 women. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. At least that I can see. Maybe there's 10. Around 9 women there. Two new entries that we know are coming are NC and Mara. Marinara. There's something wrong with me. My brain second. I know she said on the season her name is like marinara, but something in my brain freaks out and says, "Wait, is it marinara or marinara?" Anyways, We know she's going to be showing up. She's also there. And Lindsay from Clayton's season, fairly middle of the pack. She feuded with Shanae. I guess everyone did on the season. Late entry that might take Logan away. So she might be there in the corner, but this is, I don't know, maybe post the rose ceremony. I don't know. No clue what the rules are this season. They seem to be throwing that out the window. But a lot of these guys, not too much of a surprise. We know that Michael is going to be making it to the end with Danielle, and they do go to Wells's wedding. We can see them there in the front. So that's not too much of a surprise there. And other than that, up to this point, we've really only gotten 2 engagement shots. 2 legit ones. We've got 4 in total from the previews, but only 2 legit ones. 2 of them were from old seasons, just fake outs, red herrings. One here, it's got to be Brandon and Serene. We've done already some sleuthing on this, but it's like, it just makes sense. It just, based on everything we've seen, the easy breezy relationship that they've had, where it's just they want each other. That's it. No, no drama there. But that one makes sense. And then there was this one we've also talked about, and the ring there, I guess the non-engagement ring, and the nails match up with Victoria F. She's been seen with both of those nails and the ring before. So Victoria F. Johnny. 3 couples. Some of the other ones, you always get your whatever couples. The twins and whoever they want to be with. Logan and Kate, or Logan and Lindsay, or Logan and whoever he ends up with, or something. If this is indeed Andrew has drama with someone, NC seemingly from the preview, these kind of couples, they're gonna break up at the end, if they even make it to the end, to decision day, the day where you have to decide if you're going to be moving forward to a potential engagement, having a fantasy suite, or leaving together, or breaking up. These relationships, whatevers, they're gonna break up. Maybe they'll leave as a boyfriend and girlfriend or something. Whatever. The major ones are those 3: Danielle, Michael, Brandon, and Serene, Johnny and Victoria, and Aaron and Genevieve as well. We'll see that they seem to be in love. We know that there's, I think, one more argument, maybe a breakup. Maybe they're the classic heavy breakup at the end. There's usually one couple that's like a solid coupling that breaks up. Maybe it's them. Maybe they leave as a couple. I don't know if Aaron's getting down on one knee. Not without his boy James there. But that's I think a pretty clear outline for how things are going to end this season, where we're at. But and there's one more tidbit I'll talk about near the end. For those of you who maybe, I don't know, it's pretty borderline spoiler territory, so I want to let y'all decide if we go over that near the end. But also in the previews, we know Rachel and Gabby show up. That's in the preview that we saw tonight. They're just going to be hosting a date or something like that. But we've mostly covered now. We've mostly seen the major footage from the previews. And Soda Pop, thank you for the super chat. Really, really appreciate it. Happy to see you back. Rodney's a sweet guy, but after seeing how intensely the cast reacted, I can definitely understand why Eliza felt pressured. Yes. So there'll be a lot to discuss in the recap for tomorrow for this episode with Eliza. I have very mixed feelings about Eliza because I totally get that. I totally get her feeling pressured to pick Rodney. Everyone was like, it's you and Rodney. Rodney's the better pick. They were saying it in the interviews, probably saying it to her all day. Totally get that. He's one of the fan favorites, and very well liked by everybody. But I just have a problem with how she dealt with Rodney before. In the midst of all this too, like when Justin came in and asked her out on the date, and she was like, really pissed off about Rodney not demanding she stay, kind of thing. That part bothered me, because it'd be one thing if she was just saying, I want to explore Justin because that's my, I need to explore that. I feel something there, so I have to do it. Instead of kind of making him the bad guy there. So that mixed with this, it just, I feel like it's worse for Rodney. So I don't feel too bad for Eliza. At the end of the day, she's going to get her guy. Maybe? I guess maybe? But I think it ultimately comes down to, I don't think Eliza's a bad person. I just think maybe, what's the word? Inexperienced? Maybe? I don't want to say immature, but I just think it's inexperienced. Maybe that's not the right word either. Lack of dating experience, lack of, she hasn't been in this situation before, so she really fumbled it. And at the end of the day, Rodney was hurt because of that. So I think that's important. I think that's what I'm trying to say. At the end of the day, even if her intentions were good and she was feeling pressured, at the end of the day, her actions hurt Rodney. And Justin, too. I think that's what I'm saying. Childish. Yeah, childish a bit. That's my opinion. Don't think she's a bad person, but in being naive or childish or whatever, or immature, inexperienced, whatever the word is, I'll try to figure it out before tomorrow. She ended up hurting two people. So that's my problem. That's what I can't get over. So, but it's paradise. The heat gets to you. Yeah, and I mean, she's 26, she's an adult. But there are people older, there are people in their 60s who act childish. So, anyways, yeah, I wish she could have been clearer from the beginning when it was obvious that she was into Justin more than she wanted to let on. And there's no problem with that. This is Bachelor in Paradise, because I complain all the time when people are like, how dare you go on another date? This is a Bachelor in Paradise. Unless you're like Brandon and Serene, where they've committed to each other and they've said, I love you and all that stuff, or I'm falling in love with you. They've passed a certain point of commitment. Unless you're at that place, you have to expect other people to go on dates. And talk more. Like Kate and Logan should talk more. At least the first time they chatted, where she was testing him. Talk more. Be like, you know what? I'm really he's like, go on the date. Say, you know what? I'm really upset that you're saying that, because I feel like you should be fighting for me more. And then he would go, well, here's my perspective. I don't want to control you, so I don't want to demand that you not go on the date, but I don't want you to go on the date. Well, great. Neither one of us wants me to go on the date. So I'm not going to go on the date, and we're going to have a nice night together. Great. Communication. Confetti. But yeah, no, Kate's something else. Kate's something else. She wants the bag or whatever. Maybe she wants a guy who she can bring on Selling Sunset. Conspiracy. Because she's from the Oppenheim group, not on the show Selling Sunset, so she's had to turn to The Bachelor, but you can't go on that show with a guy who's just got roommates and no gym membership or whatever it was. You know, you gotta have one of those Sunset Strip guys to parade around. You know, making a certain income, can afford a certain home. Otherwise, you'd get eaten alive on that show. So, we'll see. I like that the Justin stuff. Some of this other stuff going on, the Kate stuff. Kate also friends with Shanae suddenly. Did you see that? Them chatting about Hayden. It's going to be an interesting AFR. That's actually like the most. I'm looking forward to that the most. The after the final rose. Yeah, someone's saying, I mean, you can't force it. I'm sure Rodney is great, but it's not there. If it's not there, it's not there. Yeah, and that's fine. But you know, try to be upfront about that. And at the end of the day, you sent home Justin, and it's after the rose ceremony. I know she felt like she didn't have a lot of time, but I don't know. It seemed to me like she was just more into Justin from the beginning. And, you know, we can talk about pressure all we want, can justify it. Again, don't think Eliza's a bad person, but people were hurt. People were hurt. So, that's my take. That's my take, at least. And you know, hey, there's always next year. Rodney seems like a guy who could be back. I guess we'll have to see. We'll have to see the cast for the upcoming seasons. You know, there's Zach's season. January 23rd. A little bit late. Usually it's like the first week-ish, within the first 10 days of January, Zach's season. So, yes. And I see that, okay, I've already seen someone talking about the thing, so I'm going to talk about it now. I was spoiled when I saw this, to something potentially endgame with one of the people in one of the relationships. So, seen out with someone. Anyways, if this is something you don't want to know, if you want to go completely blind into this, I think it's borderline, because this came out from sort of like a Bachelor contestant, like Nick Viall, and so I don't know, I wasn't too pleased. I was like kind of surprised to see this, but it's pretty wild. So if you don't want to know, now's your chance to back out. But if not, we're going to talk about it now. And probably going to be talked about at the AFR too. So, but anyways, now's the time. You're gone. Bye. Okay, warning. Warning.
Warning! 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 Warning!
That's your final warning. So, Nick Viall, former Bachelor, podcaster, posted a TikTok that had someone currently in a relationship on the show. Someone likely getting engaged, seen out with someone else. A quite controversial person from the last few seasons of The Bachelorette. Victoria F. and Greg from Katie's season kissing. And this is a wild rabbit hole. Greg Grippo from Katie's season, loved by some, hated by others, for the whole breakup with Katie and everything like that happened. Out with Victoria F. Just posted by Nick. It even says soft launch. Victoria F. in a relationship with Johnny on the show right now. One that we are theorizing ends in an engagement. Out with Greg. Apparently, they were seen out together on a trip to Italy. And then now here, pretty public, with this TikTok. So, pretty nuts. The AFR is gonna be wild. Gonna be wild. Because if there's an engagement that ends and then there's this, anyways. Other than this stuff, I don't know the details. I've stayed away from the details of it. I'm ready to see what happens at the AFR. So, let's keep it free of any, I don't know, what happened, why potentially Johnny and Victoria broke up, don't know. This TikTok didn't say, but, yeah. Pretty nuts. This off season, after filming, gonna be more interesting than the show. But yeah, there you go. Nick posted it. So pretty interesting. Yeah, they've apparently been out, so it's a thing. You've heard Greg will be there too, then yeah, it's going to be wild after the final rose. We'll see. It's not just going to be like our Kira and Romeo still together. Which they are. They've been posting TikToks together. So. And Beatriz, thank you again for the super chat. What do you think is going to happen with Jasenia and Andrew? Thank you for doing the live chat just today. Jasenia and Andrew, breakup. Is Jasenia in this? Jasenia might not even be here in the shot, and we know that he's with NC, so he might choose NC over her. And CVPCS, thank you so much for the huge super chat and support. Really, 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 really appreciate that. Pupcam, absolutely. Just the one today. Hey, Bobo. He's sleeping soundly. Jackson, not interested. Hey, buddy. Yeah. Yeah, he's like, shut up. Thank you so much for the kind words and the super chat. I really, really, really appreciate it. But yeah, as for Andrew, NC seems to be it. But we also know NC's upset at the at this prom or whatever it is. I'm gonna see if maybe there's a chance we have the preview up. I don't think so. They've not been good about posting it. Oh, maybe it is up. Here. I think they brought up... Alright. I think the preview's up on YouTube. Let me double check here. And we can go over next week's episode. I think we'll get some more details on stuff like that. Yep, it is up. So, let's take a look at that. Do a little bit of live sleuthing. See what happens. And Maria Hernandez, thank you for the super chat. Why Genevieve and Aaron's relationship even is every high school relationship I've ever seen. Yeah, and I have been in that relationship. I talked about it in the preview or the recap last week. I have been there and thought, like, this is it. This is love. As we're like crying in the middle of one of the busiest places in Toronto at like 2 a.m, and just being like, this is what being an adult is. And oh my gosh, so not it, so not it. And you know, maybe that's the way it's gonna end with Aaron and Genevieve. Same as me when I was 21. Painfully, like a month later, it's over. So, anyways, or in Paradise time, that's like a day. But all right, preview's up. Let's do a little bit of live sleuthing. Get out the big ol' headphones. Take a look. See what's gonna happen next week, because remember, no episode tomorrow. Next week. Tomorrow, vote. If you're American and of voting age, go out and vote. Then come back to YouTube. A recap will be waiting for you.
In the end, I finally went after what I wanted, and that's you.
She's utterly confused.
So, this is like a strange... Usually this is like a segment we get at the After the Final Rose. the outside the beach visit. Justin's confused. Will he say yes? I don't know. There's nothing to sleuth out there, unless they've been seen together or something like that. If I was Justin, I mean, I don't know what I'd do. Because there's a part of me that's like, you didn't choose me. But I guess we'll see. Eliza is someone he apparently came for. So. Yeah, looks like he's saying, I'm cool. Thanks. Yeah. We'll see.
Does this love even matter?
That broke me.
Things are pretty serious in Paradise. We are all crushed.
What
else
this
could
is
possibly
like
happen at this point?
Rodney reaction. I know the preview from the week before seemed like something really serious was happening. They're just really upset about Rodney. That's it. And Katie, thank you so much for the membership. 2 years! Thanks so much. Really appreciate it. Justin Supremacy always. Thank you for the support. Thanks for coming, chatting. Always good to see you. Really appreciate that. Justin Supremacy always. Yeah, Justin, I feel like he's gotten a bad rap this season. Maybe it's all the Genevieve hate. But we'll see. Hey, maybe he gets his happy ending. Or maybe it's back to paradise next year.
Girl coming. Girl
Yeah, so
coming.
here's NC arriving.
New girl on the beach.
No way.
Damn.
Two girls on the beach.
And there's Lindsay.
If Lindsay best Logan on the day, there's gonna be a bloodbath.
Hey, maybe she won't care about Logan's lack of gym membership. Lindsay from Clayton season. Not a big factor in the season. She feuded with Shanae, but it was mostly like Elizabeth and Shanae. But she also was someone who was apparently directly bullied by Shanae and was sent home by Clayton. Fairly early, a few episodes in. Where is Mara? Mara? Gosh, one day I'll figure it out. Mara, she might be an addition after this. So we might see, like, next Monday, these two women show up. NC, who we know goes on a date with Andrew. Lindsay, we'll see. But maybe that's Monday, and then on Tuesday's episode, Mara comes in. So.
The best Logan on the day, there's gonna be a bloodbath.
Am I insane for feeling whiplash right now?
I was looking forward to talking to you.
If Andrew and NC come back as a new couple, I think Jasenia would lose her marbles.
Yeah, so Jasenia, I don't know. We'll get some, I think, a couple of looks at the prom again in this, or what I think is the prom in this preview. We'll see if Jasenia's around. Otherwise, it might be a bad sign for her. But yeah, this is the date that Andrew does go on with NC. NC, a really early elimination, like a week 2 elimination or something like that from Clayton season. There's always a few of these every season. Really interesting to see Kate. I think we'll get a look again at the prom stuff. See if maybe Logan decides to go with Kate, but I don't know. Let's keep going for now. So, okay, pausing again. There's some quick shots here. Obviously, Thomas and Becca for prom again. And we get a better look. Look, so it looks like Jasenia is there. However, you see right here, NC and Andrew holding hands. So it looks like Andrew has made his selection. We see a bunch of the women here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 looks to be it. Women. It's kind of blurry. See if we can get a better shot here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 hidden gal. Brittany, Victoria, Florence. Not sure who this was here. NC, Shanae, Kate. Maybe that's Lindsay. Mara, Serene. I'm sure we'll do the math later, but there's our group of women, 10 women. Oh, Danielle. That's it. That's who that blonde is. So, there you go. Makes sense. It's good. It gives us a picture of how things are going to be looking, likely going into the end of the season. Who's going to be around? They're going to do the 10 women, 10 men, and couples will then have to do their decision day stuff. So these are the 10 women. But really, the only serious ones are probably going to be the ones we talked about earlier: Danielle and Michael, Serene, Brandon, Johnny, and Victoria. Aaron and Genevieve. The rest are going to be just break-offs. So, opinion on the Olu drama? Yes. So Olu mysteriously went away. I mean, we don't know anything. All we know is that Brandon posted something online about Olu doing something like incredibly rude or whatever. Serene was upset about it. I mean, he deleted that comment, I believe, or that post, whatever, TikTok story, whatever it was. But it's cut from the show. Also, like this was completely cut from the show. Olu went on a date or something, or had a moment with Shanae. Maybe this might have just been at the hotel they were staying at, but this was cut. Anyways, don't know what it is, but Brandon was really upset about it, deleted it. Maybe it'll be brought up at the AFR. But yeah. So there's been lots of stuff cut. Even though we've gotten an extended season, there's been lots of stuff cut. But all right, back to this. We've got our 10 women.
Everything was
Probably
great.
figure out our 10
And then
guys
it
from there
just
too.
kind of turned to
Yeah, so there's NC upset. An interesting thing we're gonna see here. Here's Andrew. It looks like he's talking with maybe it's Mara about whatever happened here. Yeah, Mara. So something happens. He's talking with Mara, who was with NC. It's probably about something to do with NC. What's interesting here is that this moment was in the original season preview, and it threw me off because he wore this same shirt on his date with Teddy, his first date with Teddy. So it was like, kind of threw me off. He says, like, in the preview, he says something like, I gave everything to you, or whatever.
How can this get any more insane?
Gabby and Rachel are on the feet.
Yeah, and this is the Gabby and Rachel stuff. They're going to be showing up. It's just going to be, I don't know, to give advice, something like that. Shake up the beach. Nothing else.
Grace is never gonna be the same.
Hello.
I'm here for the tea. I want to.
But there's nothing else. Like, yeah, you got this. Nothing else is going to happen, though. Like, unless someone, their feelings get stirred up and they go, oh no. But this would have been filmed, very shortly after their season. So, in this moment, most likely, Gabby is with Eric, who she's broken up with, by the way. It's been reported. And in this moment, Rachel would have been with Tino, likely. So, it's a while ago.
Beach. Let's see what happens when you put them all in a jar and shake it up.
It's all next Monday and Tuesday night on Bachelor in Paradise.
So there you have it. The main draw from this preview is really information on who's still around for this prom thing, which theoretically could be. I don't know. No, I don't think so, because Lindsay's not there. So it looks like this prom, whatever, going on is from after a rose ceremony. We got like maybe one more rose ceremony where the men have the power. Then it's going to even out. We're going to get, these like 10 guys here or something like that, I think. And then go to this prom situation. Then it'll be decision day. It's theoretically possible that that's not the case. Again, the rules this season have been wild, but I don't know. It seems like that's something they do. Prom right before the end. They did it last year. And we learn the final, I guess, people, the final Paradisers. So that's the big takeaway from this preview. But doesn't change much of the outcome, I think, with our main couples. I mean, there are some couples that, could potentially leave, dating, like Brittany and Tyler, maybe. They might leave dating, but they're not getting engaged. They're not going for a fantasy suite. Just too soon. Not strong enough or well built enough connection there. Shanae and one of the twins. Come on. It's just gonna be Serena and Brandon, Johnny and Victoria, Michael and Danielle, Aaron and Genevieve. There you go. Plus, this NC stuff with Andrew. Really late entry. That never happens. These really, really late entries never turn out to be anything. It's too late. There's not enough time as it is. Whatever. So that's how I see it, at least first glance. I will say there won't be a preview breakdown for this week. I am planning to cover the end of Love is Blind. That's going to be coming out finishing Wednesday, I believe. Wednesday. I've been enjoying it. I've been enjoying the season. I planned to cover all the episode drops as they happened, but things got in the way, and but I am going to cover the rest of it. I have a video on the first 4 episodes. I'm going to cover the rest of it up to the end. So, but the week after that, we've got 2 more weeks. Next week's 2 episodes, and then the finale in AFR the week after that. So there will likely be a finale preview breakdown. So lots of content coming our way, but that's going to be the end of this stream. It's time for me to get to bed. But I'm really, really glad to be feeling good and able to chat for a full hour. Lungs are strong enough for that. So next week after, we're going to be seeing live streams, and January 23rd, The Bachelor with Zach. Bachelor Zach. We're gonna be here for that as well. So thank you all for joining me. Thank you everyone who has chatted, super chatted, especially the mega super chat from CVPCS. Really, really appreciate that. But everyone who's chatted, super chatted, people who've just lurked, listened, thank you as well. Thank you to Think Story for modding, and watch out for the recap tomorrow. Going to be coming out. Something you can watch while you wait for election results to come in. Go out and vote if you're American, and then Love is Blind video after that. Then we're back to it. So have a great night, everyone, and until tomorrow, Bachelor Fan Take out.